from one mountain town to the next, I ended up in San Sebastian, which is even more secluded in the mountains. And guys, I did not prepare myself with more cash. I only had 500 pesos when I arrived to San Sebastian, which is enough to get me a bus ticket to go back to Oaxaca City. Other than that, I surrendered and I just let go. And I was like, you know what? If I am meant to continue my journey in the mountains, then I will be able to get cash some way, somehow. And if I'm not, then it's okay. I have enough to go back to Oaxaca City at least. This is called the clayuda, and I got a veggie one, but like literally covers my whole face. Provecho. A comer se ha dicho. Good thing I'm extra hungry today, so. Guess what? After my lovely hike in the forest, I saw the Airbnb host and I asked her if there was by any chance a way that she could give me cash if I sent her money. So she agreed, I got cash, and I took it as a sign to stay in the mountains a few more days. Ask and you shall receive. Ask and you shall receive, guys. That is my favorite phrase ever because it's so true. How do you expect to receive if you don't ask, you know? Even if the answer is no, that is okay. That thing that you're asking for will come in another form, in another way. Yeah, don't be afraid to ask for the things that you want. And the next mountain town I made it to was San Mateo. This was not my favorite part of my journey, if I'm being honest. However, I definitely feel like it enhanced the experience, and you cannot have a journey without the obstacles. Am I right? So the night before, I was scrambling to find somewhere to stay because the Airbnb that I originally booked didn't get seen by the host on time, and Airbnb completely canceled it. So I'm scrambling, trying to find a place. Thankfully, I came across this cabin, off-grid, no cell service, seemed quaint. Little did I know that that night I would be filled with anxiety and fear. My mind was creating so many stories about what if someone bursts through the door or through the window and I am in the middle of nowhere with no cell service. So yeah, you can just imagine what I was moving through. Thankfully, I had a warm fire, a journal, and a book that kept me company, and it made me feel a little bit safer, thankfully. The next morning, I ended up going to the center, and I found this really cute artisan shop where I spent a lot of time talking to the shop owner. She shared with me stories about los duendes, which translates to elves, and how sometimes you can hear them swinging in the nearby playground. She said they're very, very playful. She also told me stories about the fairies and the mushroom children. So yeah, she was feeding me up with stories. I got to see San Mateo through her eyes, and what it's like to live in this magical mountain town. Gracias por el café. Un burrito. Okay, vamos. I have just woken up from a yummy nap, a power nap, if you want to call it that. Guys, I literally was on the longest bus rides of my life. I was on one opposite end from San Jose del Pacifico to another opposite end. Now I am in Huautla de Jimenez. So yeah, complete opposites. I literally left San Jose del Pacifico yesterday around 11:30, and I arrived to Huautla de Jimenez this morning at 6 a.m. So you can just imagine what a long journey that was. During that, I was like, what the fuck am I doing? What if I just stay in Oaxaca City? What if I just end my journey here and I just travel around that area? Knew in my heart that I had to come out here and I had to listen to that inner voice, that feeling. If not, I would have regretted it. Just in complete awe that I can't believe I made it out here to where Maria Sabine did her healing rituals, her ceremonies, where she honestly changed the world in magical medicines. She opened that up for people, for Westerners. It is an honor to be in this village where this magical woman would perform these healings. She was a curandera that helped people. If you don't know about Maria Sabine, she's a healer, a shaman woman, if you want to call her that. She would ingest the honguitos and she would basically go into this trance, this journey, and the mushrooms would show her how to heal people where they needed healing. And if they went in there with a specific injury, she would help move that energy and help them heal. That's just a little bit about what I know about her. She's respected by many, but also hated by a lot of the villagers because she brought in a lot of Westerners. A lot of people were so curious about her, and that completely changed the dynamic here in the village. Yeah, bitch, I'm here in Maria Sabine's town, and it's an honor, it's a pleasure. I'm gonna get ready and make the most out of this day. Feels like it's already been such a long day. I've been up since long time. Hey, did someone say cabin tour? Guys, I am so in love with the design, with the layout of this cabin. It just feels so cozy and homey. Honestly, I wish I could stay here longer than 3 nights. Like a week would be phenomenal, but she's a little expansive. So we're not gonna do that, but I do wanna show you guys around this place. And I'm just gonna admire the heck out of her while I'm here for these 3 nights. I really love how tiny it is, how compact it is, but it doesn't feel tiny like that. It still has room, it still has good flow of energy. I love this kitchen. Like, you're telling me I have all this space to make whatever I want? The only thing it's missing is an oven, but other than that, it's such a beautiful space. I really want to add some flowers. I feel like we're missing some flowers right here. How would this look over here? Would it fit? No, too big. Right there, actually. Sure thing. Buenos días.
iba a cuidar chivo María Sabina, pues ahí lo vio los ojitos, lo arrancaba y lo masticaba. Y ahí se dio cuenta que le hizo efecto y así empezó María.
Having a fruit plate just makes me so happy. A little basket of fruit. Growing up, we would always have fruit plates. So having this here brings a sense of home. Apple bananas. I love these. These are the love of my life. We'll never go back to regular bananas. Also got this candle. I kind of bent her already on the way back home. Since I walked, I wanted to take a taxi, but then I snapped myself out of it and I said, no, you got this. You can walk with groceries and all. You're strong. I'm going to set the ambiance tonight. I'm so excited to be spending the night in this cabin. Making my temporary home feel more like home by adding some flowers from the garden. I had plans to go on a hike to a waterfall, but then the rain came. I'm not mad about it though, because a slow evening and some gentle tunes is really what I needed. Traveling can feel overwhelming at times. You want to fit everything you can into one day. I've noticed that although I enjoy the adventure, my favorite days tend to be when I'm free from distractions, when I can write in my journal, dance in my undies, sit and ponder, connect with the space. Even if I don't get to do that thing on the itinerary, at least I can relish in the presence of who I am in the moment. Look at that. This right here, abundancia. Really wish you could smell this. It's raining! Ah! What are you doing? Oh yeah. 5-star meal right here. It is my last day here, guys. I'm honestly grieving a little bit. I wasn't expecting to fall in love with this place at all. I just thought I was coming here to just, frolic. But I will be back. That is for sure. 3 days was not enough. The day before, I was looking for a guide, a guia, to take me up to the mountain, to this cerro called Cerro de la Adoración. I was literally on every platform looking for guides. Like, okay, where can I, do a guided tour? I'm okay with doing things on my own. When it comes to sacred spaces, I feel like I really enjoy the perspective of a guide when they know what they're talking about, when they know the history and the culture behind it. Tell me why the day before, okay? So not yesterday, but the day before yesterday, the Airbnb host had a friend over with his family. His name is Ascension. He's a local artist here. Long story short, Ascension and I start talking, and yeah, he agreed to take me up there. We went to Cerro de la Adoración super early in the morning. It was really cloudy. We thought we were gonna get rained on, but thankfully we didn't. It was just such a lovely experience being up there in El Cerro. He grew up here, so he has deep roots here, and his artwork shows it. He taught me a lot. We did some cleansing rituals with some plants, some herbs that he found around the cerro. We took offerings, so a lot of people take offerings, and what he told me to bring was a candle, cacao, flowers, and fruit for an offering. I didn't bring honestly much, but I brought a candle, maraca. One of my offerings is going to be music, and the other thing was a rambutan, a fruit. We said our prayers, set our offerings down, we lit our candle, we lit our copal, we sent out our wishes onto the land. I did a prayer for myself, and then I also did a prayer for my friends and family. I sang to the cerro, and I just let myself be. I was a bit shy because I didn't know Ascension, but I just let myself get taken by the energy of that space. A lot of the locals here in Huautla de Jimenez go up to that cerro every 1st of May to put out their offerings so that they can have a fruitful, fulfilling, abundant year in whatever area of their life that may be. Honestly, it was a perfect way to end my stay here in Huautla. I'm so thankful for it.